Are you tired of feeling like your hard-earned money just disappears? Pesky money drains. They sneak up on us, infiltrating our lives when we are not paying attention, and sabotage our efforts to save for retirement. In this video, I share practical advice and some personal insights on how I eliminated 8 money drains that were holding me back from achieving my early retirement dream. By the end of this video, you'll uncover effective strategies to cut unnecessary spending and reclaim that cash, moving you closer to reaching your own retirement goals. Number 6 changed everything for me, so stay tuned. I got comfortable and convinced myself that my everyday expenses were all completely necessary. But the reality is, many were just a convenience or a want rather than a need. Maybe you're in a similar mindset. I took a hard look at how I was spending my money, and I made some changes. The first thing I cut was pricey cell phone plans. For years, I was paying $75 to $100 a month for a standard 5 gig data plan. I had heard about cheaper prepaid plans, but I had visions of cheap flip phones like the burner phones you see on crime TV shows. Why the heck would I want something like that? Turns out I was completely wrong. The prepaid plans are just like the expensive plans, but without the hefty price tag. Now I pay just $30 a month for the same 5 gig plan at the same big providers. And I use a normal smartphone. No cheap burner needed. Even more surprising is it's hassle-free. They automatically charge my credit card every month. That's it. And the best part, I'm saving over $840 a year. The second item I cut was extra cell phone plans for my gadgets. For a while, I too got sucked into the idea of getting a cell plan for my iPad. And I know some of you might also have one for your smartwatches. It's convenient, but do we really need to be that connected? Yeah, it's convenient, but do we really need to be that connected? I mean, let's be honest. Don't you usually have your phone just an arm's reach away anyway? Here's the real question. Would you rather shell out for multiple phone plans or stash that cash in the bank, earn some compound interest, and retire early, or at least get closer to retiring early? The third thing I ditched was the expensive grocery stores. You know the ones, Whole Foods, Fresh Market, and all the like. While they offer a variety of organic and specialty items, their prices are crazy high, a lot higher than those at regular grocery chains. I discovered that other stores are much more budget-friendly, and I can find similar products for a lot less and keep more cash in my pocket. I recently posted a video comparing several grocery store chains to see where my money stretched the farthest, and I'll link it here for you to check out. The fourth thing I cut to help save for early retirement was online shopping. To curb my impulse spending, I made a rule for myself to hold my online shopping cart for 48 hours before completing any purchase. This strategy gives me time to reflect on whether I really need the items. And honestly, more times than not, I find that after a day or two, I have completely forgotten about it or realized I really don't need it. This simple delay helps me save money and encourages more mindful shopping. It allows me to prioritize the things that really matter. If you implemented this, even just tried it for 1 month, how much do you think you could save? The fifth thing that I stopped was buying coffee pod, little K-cups. It saves cash and it helps the environment. They might be convenient, but the cost really adds up. I'd much rather splurge on really good quality coffee beans that last. Plus, it hurts my heart to see all those single-use plastic pods pile up in the trash. By switching to a regular coffee maker, I get to enjoy what I think is a better cup of coffee while being a little kinder, gentler to the planet. The sixth thing was a huge game changer for me, and I started to align my spending with my priorities. So here's how I put this in action. Travel is a big priority for me. So if I'm contemplating splurging on something like a fancy new TV, I think about it in terms of potential travel costs. So the price of that fancy TV is about the same price as a plane ticket to Hawaii. Comparing my options like this triggers an immediate emotional response. It helps me weigh in the moment what's more important. Do I really want to buy that thing or treat myself to an adventure? Usually it's the adventure. Now, it doesn't mean I go out and immediately buy the plane ticket, but it keeps the money in my bank account so I can pay for whatever adventure I'm planning on next. Framing my purchases this way keeps my priorities straight and reminds me to spend on experiences that fuel my spirit. We all have something that lights us up. Whatever it is for you, try using it as a price comparison tool before you splurge on those bigger ticket items. See how it feels. I bet it will be eye-opening. The seventh thing that I stopped was filling prescriptions at the closest grocery store. This one might surprise you. If you're like me, when you need a prescription filled, you just go to the local grocery store. I thought the price would be the same no matter which pharmacy I went to, so I might as well go to the closest, most convenient one for me, right? Boy, was I wrong on this one too. I discovered GoodRx online, and I started going there to comparison shop for whichever medication I needed. Sometimes the prices on GoodRx are even less than what my insurance would pay for. So with just a few clicks, I can find the best price at nearby pharmacies and access discounts that save me money too. I get the best deal without having to call around or drive all over town. And no, they're not sponsoring this. I just love them. The eighth money drain I ditched was fancy shoes. I had a bit of a shoe obsession. I couldn't resist those super cute pairs. The problem? I hardly ever wore them. Once I left my 20s, heels became a no-go for me, and comfort took priority. But still, I kept buying adorable but impractical shoes, spending hundreds on pairs that ended up just collecting dust in my closet. But I finally stopped the craziness. I'm curious, what's your spending Achilles heel? Drop it in the comments. Now I focus on finding stylish yet comfortable shoes that I actually wear. And I keep the number of pairs to a small handful, making my wardrobe much more practical, saving me a lot of money. Eliminating money drains isn't always easy. Well, some of them were surprisingly easy to ditch, but it's definitely worth it. Identifying and cutting out these kinds of expenses is essential for escaping the cycle of debt and building a secure financial future that will allow you to retire early. Each small purchase may seem insignificant on its own, but add them all up and they can impact your wallet significantly. Once I started ditching these unnecessary items, I found myself better positioned to save, pay off debt, and invest in my future. Recognizing my spending habits allowed me to make some impactful changes. I hope my sharing has been helpful to you. If so, please like and subscribe, or buy me a cup of coffee. Link for the tip jar is below. It all really helps support my channel. Until next time.